You're lying in bed. It's 2 a.m. Your brain decides this is the perfect time to replay that awkward thing you said to a cashier 3 years ago. You know the one. They said, "Enjoy your meal," and you said, "You too." Then you walked away, into a pole, and now you can't sleep because your brain is asking questions like, why did I say that? Do they think I'm weird? Do they even remember me? What if I lose my job because of this? What if I die alone because of a bad grocery store interaction? Congratulations, you're not crazy, you're an overthinker. And tonight, we're going to figure out why your brain does this to you. Let's get into it. First, let me ask you something. Have you ever tried not to think about a pink elephant? Of course you have, because I just said pink elephant, and now it's all you can see. That's not a coincidence. That's how your brain works. The more you try to push a thought away, the harder it fights to come back. Overthinking starts with something called the ironic process theory. When you try to suppress a thought, your brain has to check if that thought is still there. And every time it checks, it brings the thought back. Imagine someone telling you, "Don't press that red button." What's the first thing you want to do? Press the red button. So when you tell yourself, "Stop thinking about that embarrassing moment," your brain hears, "Think about that embarrassing moment." And now you're stuck. This is why counting sheep doesn't work. You're just thinking about how you're not thinking about your problems, which means you're still thinking about your problems. Here's an example. You're about to give a presentation. Someone says, "Don't be nervous." Now you're nervous. You try to calm down, but trying to calm down makes you aware of how not calm you are, which makes you more nervous. It's a trap, and the only way out is to stop fighting. Let the thought exist. Say, "Okay, I'm nervous, so what?" And suddenly the pressure drops. The second reason you overthink is your brain's false alarm system. Thousands of years ago, you needed to worry. If you heard a rustle in the bushes, it might be a tiger. The people who didn't worry got eaten. So your brain evolved to assume the worst. Better safe than sorry. But here's the problem. You don't live in the jungle anymore. There are no tigers in your bedroom, but your brain doesn't know that. So when your friend doesn't text back for 3 hours, your brain says, "Tiger." When your boss says, "Can we talk?" your brain says, "Tiger." When someone laughs across the room, your brain says, "Tiger," and that tiger is laughing at you. This is called negativity bias. Here's a funny example. You send a message that says, "Hey," no response for an hour. Your brain, they hate you. You said something wrong. They're telling everyone about how annoying you are. Reality, they dropped their phone in a couch cushion and forgot about it. Your brain built a whole disaster movie from silence. You're not predicting the future. You're writing horror fiction starring yourself. The third reason is the most painful one. You overthink because you're trying to be perfect. You don't want to make mistakes. You don't want to look stupid. You don't want anyone to judge you. So your brain runs every possible scenario, every possible outcome, every possible way things could go wrong. It's trying to protect you, but it's actually paralyzing you. Think about a time you had to make a small decision. What to eat for dinner, what movie to watch, what to text back. And instead of just choosing, you spent 20 minutes comparing options, reading reviews, asking friends, changing your mind 3 times. All for a decision that doesn't matter in the long run. This is called analysis paralysis. Your brain thinks if it just gathers a little more information, the perfect answer will appear. But it never does. Because perfect doesn't exist, so you stay stuck. And the longer you stay stuck, the more you overthink. It's a loop, a very annoying, very sleepy loop. So how do you break free? First, stop trying not to think. Let the thought in. Say, "Hello, embarrassing memory." You can stay for a minute. Then you're leaving. When you stop fighting, the thought loses its power. Second, ask yourself one question. Is there a tiger? Really? Is there a real danger right now, or is your brain just doing its ancient jungle thing? 99% of the time, there's no tiger, just toast. Third, give yourself a timer. 2 minutes to worry, that's it. When the timer goes off, you're done. Your brain will learn that overthinking doesn't get unlimited time. And finally, accept that you will mess up. You will say dumb things. You will make bad choices, and the world will keep spinning. Nobody is watching your life as closely as you are. They're too busy overthinking their own awkward cashier moments. So next time you're lying awake at 2 a.m., remember this: your brain isn't broken. It's just doing its job badly. And that's okay. You're not alone. Every single person watching this has done the same thing. Every single one. If this video made you feel a little less alone in your noisy brain, drop a comment with the last thing you overthought. And if you want more stick figure animations about why your brain does what it does, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. See you in the next one, Overthinker. You're doing just fine.